What up, everybody? This is Big Elbow, chilling like always with the two tiny vatos locos, Averno Atlantes. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. I am Big Elbow. For the most part, comic hauls is what I do. And what I got today is I went to another of the big sales at Wonderland Comics in Fresno, California. That is about a 45-minute drive from where I live, but it's always well worth it. I highly recommend that shop, especially during one of their sales. They have these big dollar sales and sidewalk sales. There's vendors outside selling stuff. It's almost all comics, but there are some selling some toys and other collectibles. But man, if you like comics, it's definitely worth checking out. So I'll give you guys something to look at for a second. So if you're new to the channel, just a little bit about my collecting ways, the way I do things. I'm really just in it for, I want to get good comics, and I want to get them for the best price that I can. I'm not, don't get me wrong, I prefer my comics be in great condition, but I'm not really stuck on that. Like, as long as I can read it, that's the most important thing. Also, I'm not real big on keys, and spec books are not really, don't mean a whole lot to me. Not to say that makes me more of a real collector or anything like that. In fact, I enjoy watching those channels and just soaking up that knowledge. But excuse me, for the most part, I just like I said, I want to get good comics, and if they happen to be keys, that sometimes creates a problem for me. So I'll try and find the cheapest way to get them, whether it be trade paperback, reprint, whatever. So anyways, enough of that. So what I'm showing first these are comics I bought outside of the shop itself from the vendors, on the sidewalk vendors. And these particular books were $1 each, or 6 for $5. So of course I grabbed 6. This was after I'd already did my in-shop buying. So anyways, I'm not a huge Fantastic Four guy, and this is Marvel's Greatest Comics, which is a reprint. But this issue here it's a Kirby issue of Fantastic Four, which I'm actually building up a decent little collection of. And not collection, but it's starting to stack up a little bit. So I got that. And also it's a issue that seems to be focused on the Thing. I got this Captain America and the Falcon. It's a Mike Zeck issue. I didn't realize how bad the the bag kind of should have gave it away from me, but a lot of times I buy comics that have shitty bags, and the issue inside in it was being in really good shape, but not in this case. This one has some pretty bad staining right here. But then again, this particular issue, I'm not sure if it in good condition or even fair condition you'll find it in a dollar bin, so I don't know. I might have probably grabbed something else if I would have realized how bad that was. This one is not so bad. This is another Mike Zeck issue, 279. I love Mike Zeck. He's probably my favorite Cap and probably my favorite Punisher artist. And then I grabbed these Secret Avengers. And I got these strictly for the, I do like the Avengers, but as far as this run goes, I got this for the Matteo Scalera art, who I'm a pretty big fan of. He did like about 6 issues on New Avengers, and I think I only need one more. So that's 35, this is 36. I'm trying to think what people might know Matteo Scalera from. Maybe from Black Science, which I think he also did with Rick Remender. And then the 6th book that I got for $5 So all these, it came out to a little bit less than $1 each. This is Batman, just a random issue of Batman, part of the No Man's Land. I believe this is a John Cassaday cover, but what I got it for is the interior art by my man Damian Scott, aka Mosh. He has a real, pretty much hip hop, kind of a hip hop influenced style. In fact, he drew a book called How to Draw Hip Hop. I got put on him through the Batgirl run he had. That was pretty fucking awesome. I just don't want to spend too much time. But yeah, my man Mosh, aka Damian Scott. But anyway, then I bought one more book from a vendor. This was a $1 book. I think everyone knows Frank Frazetta. I don't really need to say too much about that. I do enjoy, I mean, his paintings are awesome. And I'm starting to, I've really lately been coming to appreciate his pencil and ink stuff. I mean, I wish he had done more pencil and ink comics. It would be nice just to have those floating around. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. This is a number 2, and there's another Frank Frazetta issue of Shining Knight number 1. Not Shining Knight number 1, but Masterwork series, great comic artists or whatever, number 1. Okay, so that was the stuff from outside. These are the books that I actually bought from inside of Wonderland Comics, and these are all $1 books. I'm gonna start with some DC. Oh, okay. So this is how I'm gonna do this. First, I'm gonna show the mainstream DC, Marvel. I probably include Dark Horse with that stuff, or maybe not. Yeah, this will be DC and Marvel. After that, I'm gonna get into my indie shit. So, if you don't care about indie stuff, you don't have to watch that part of the video. You can just watch this. And if you are more into the indie stuff, just go ahead and wait. Or, skip ahead to it. So this is Batman Detective Comics number 732, Mosaic Part 2. This is just, I bought these just for the Frank Turan art. And shout out to my man, to the Big Rig, Mr. Rigor Mortis. I believe he's the one who put me on to Frank Turan with some of those Punisher books that he did. But he has a real like sketchy style that I like, real gritty, which is perfect for Punisher. It also works for I think it works real well for Batgirl. And that's my Batgirl, Cassie. Again, going back to that Damian Scott run. That's what made me a Cassie Kane fan. Forget my cough. That's honestly, I have a lot of backed up hauls to do because, man, I was sick with not even sick. Like, I just had a bad cough for like a month, and then I was all right for like a month, and then I got the damn cough again for another month, which is why I haven't done videos in a month. And I don't even feel bad. It's just I keep coughing, and I don't want to gross people out having them listen to me cough and spit and all that shit, because it was just a bunch of chest congestion. This is just Legends of the Dark Knight, a Trevor Van Eden issue, who I'm a big fan of. I'm not sure who's on the cover here. I think it looks like John Cassaday as well. Again, if I'm wrong, correct me, please. And then this is another Dark Knight, Legends of the Dark Knight. I'm always preaching about how when people show these Legends of the Dark Knight, I'm always telling, oh yeah, it's such a great series, and I don't pick up that many myself, so I need to start getting more of these, because they're always that's the thing with his Legends of the Dark Knight, like DeMatteis and Von Eden team, they always just, you can jump on any, they have a new storyline every 3 or 4 issues, because they bring a new creative team to do a story, so you don't have to, if the creative team changes, you can just skip a couple issues and pick back up whenever a creative team you like. So anyways, this is the annual 1991, and just looking at the lineup, Mike Mignola cover, this says by O'Neill, I'm assuming that's Dennis O'Neill, Aparo, Giffen, Quesada, Spiegel, Lyle, Blackburn, Jones III, Rubenstein, Templeton, and Golden. That's a pretty fucking solid lineup. So I figure I can't really go wrong with that. And then last, I got this Frankenstein Agent of Shade. I know that. See, this is where I'm kind of like anti-spec collecting, because I like Alberto Ponticelli's art. I never felt the need to grab these because they were always cheap, but now that the Frankenstein or Monster Commandos or whatever got hot, I feel like I if I find these cheap, I better buy them, because I won't be able to get them cheap later, you know? So that was $1, and like I said, so I'm mostly in it for the Ponticelli art. I think he draws a pretty badass Frankenstein. And in the past, I passed on those books just figuring they'll always be there, you know, always be in the dollar bin. Oh, I got one more DC book, I forgot. That's just a Mucha Lucha. My son, he liked this cartoon a lot when he was little, so it just gives me those kind of good vibes of, you know, remembering when my son was a kid. We're big wrestling fans in this house, and big Lucha Libre fans, obviously. If you're watching, Sonny Boy, what's up? Love you. So that's it of the DC books. So this is the Marvel stuff. This is just run filler. This is number 2 of the 2-part Cable series. I'm just a really big John Romita Jr. fan. Probably bigger John Romita Jr. fan than I am a Cable fan. But yeah, Blood and Metal. So that's part 2 of that. Again, shout out to my man, Mr. Rig. Another artist he put me onto is Steve Mannion of Fearless Dawn fame. And let me give you guys a quick look. Very cartoony style. But I like... You want to sell me a book? Put an artist I like and a character that I love together, and I'm probably going to buy it. Mannion, I think he draws he's really good at drawing females. But yeah, this is just real different, you know? Oh, that's trip out on that little page spread. Not really used to seeing Cap drawn that way, and it's pretty fucking cool. So again, shout out Mr. Rig. Thanks for putting me onto this guy. I had this on my want list on my comic shop website. You know, always looking at the back issues, and it's like always $3 or $4. So happy to find that for $1. And then also those guys at Wonderland. If you buy a stack, man, they'll give you a break. I don't remember exactly why I had this on my want list as well on my comic shop, but I did. I mean, I like Walter Simonson, but I know he did a long run on Fantastic Four, so I'm not exactly sure why I wanted this one. And maybe it has something to do with the time thing, and then also maybe because I'm a big fan of Thor, so. And Simonson just was awesome on the Thor series. You got a Marvel Fanfare 27. Again, you know, less than $1. And I got this for the Tony Salmon's art. Let's see what's the lineup on this. Not just because he has such an awesome last name, but also because I like his art. See, like, that's dope right there. And again, give me an artist that I like, put him with a character that I love. Easy sale for Big Elbow. Okay, so it looks like there's some Bob McLeod pinups who don't really do much for me. And then a Spider-Man story by Mark Hempel, who I'm not familiar with, but doesn't look bad. If you guys are familiar with that artist, so it actually looks pretty cool. Those Peter Parker panels at the top. Yeah, so that's worth my little bit less than $1. Kind of a cool back cover. I like those colors there. And then there's one more Marvel book, and that is this another book I had on my comic shop want list, Punisher the Prize. I just think that's a really badass cover. And it's like a square bound. But I was not familiar with this artist, Mike Harris. But doing a quick search, it looks pretty good. And again, as far as Punisher, Mike Zeck is really my guy, my main dude. John Romita Jr. is probably my second. I really like his Punisher. Oh, here's a good one. So it looks like Punisher in the jungle on some kind of mission. So yeah, those are the Marvel books. Now let's get into the indie stuff, which is my shit. For those of you who know, or you know what? I think I'm gonna break this into two. So if you want to see my indie stuff, check out the next video, because yeah, this is already going on 20 minutes. So let me just show these. And if you like indie, really check out the next one. I got some really cool indie shit. So I got this. This was half off. This is the Pat Mills, Kevin O'Neill, Marvel Epic, Martial Law. So now I have some of the floppies of this. I'm gonna get rid of those, make space, and now I got this. I can read the whole thing. I don't have to keep searching for it. And I got that for like $2 or so. And then I got this, which is really cool. This big ass book. That's Moon Knight Essentials Volume 1. The lineup on that: Doug Monch, Bill Sienkiewicz, and friends. Okay. But it got Moon Knight number 1 through 10. And his earliest appearances from Werewolf by Night, Marvel Spotlight, Spectacular Spider-Man, Hulk Magazine, and more. I got these mostly just to bridge the gap in those early Sienkiewicz Moon Knight issues that I'm missing, just for reading purposes. And I think it'd be kind of cool to see the Sienkiewicz stuff in black and white. It does have that grayscale stuff on a lot of it, though. But here's some good, just where you can really see the line work on the ink and stuff, which is pretty badass. But yeah, again, that's mostly for reading purposes, just to bridge those gaps. That was the cheapest way to do it, and it's just a cool book, I think. Yeah, so that's that. And then one other thing that I just bought randomly on the drive home, I stopped at a thrift shop, and that was this. I got that for 50 cents. VHS, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hit me in the comments. Any questions, comments, recommendations, especially. I love those. I really enjoy the interaction with everyone when they comment on my videos. Hit the like, subscribe, share with your buddies, all that good stuff. And oh yeah, check out my IG and my partner's channel, War.Lock. Link is in the description. And that'll do it. Thanks for watching. I'll be back real soon. I might post these videos. Probably be next Friday. I'll put up the indie video. So again, thanks for watching. And like I always say, get off the internet, read some fucking comics.